Alright, starting off first here with a 1909 wheat cent. Now this penny here has a mint error. The coin has been double struck and it is flipped over. So you'll see the reverse design here on the obverse of the coin, and then on the reverse of the coin you will see the obverse design of the Lincoln cent. Very nice mint error. This coin is graded at a EF 40, so it's definitely been circulated, passed up at some point in time. It is graded and authenticated by Annex, and this penny ended up selling at auction for nearly $2,000. Unbelievable, man. We see the Liberty there and the date on the reverse of the coin. Awesome double strike. Now here is a 1912 D mint mark silver Barber $half coin. Now this is the D mint mark, so we'll look here on the reverse of the coin and go at the bottom of the coin. That's where you will see the D mint mark for these ones, or if it has a mint mark, that's where it will be. Now this is very interesting. This is the 1912 that was struck over a 1902 Barber $half. So as we zoom in down there on the date, you could see the 1902 underneath the 1912. Unbelievable there. And you can also see that the profile there, the doubled profile of the individual there on the coin. So this coin ended up selling at auction for over $5,000. Unbelievable. Graded by NGC at a fine 15. Now here's a 1918 wheat penny that was struck 9 times. This is just a crazy mint error here, graded by Annex at a 15. This is the 1918 wheat penny that sold at auction for over $2,000 because of that mint error. Man, I would love to have that in my collection. That is an awesome mint error there. Now here is a 1921 D mint mark silver Morgan dollar coin that has a die break on the obverse of the coin. Unfortunately, this coin has been cleaned, so they cannot give it a grade. So do not clean your coins. It will take away from the value tremendously. Now what we want to look for is here on the obverse, you'll see that extra metal there on the rim of the coin. That is a die break, also known as a cud. So you can look for those on pennies, on modern coins, on all kinds of different coins, not just Morgan dollars. This coin ended up selling for over $1,200 at auction because of that mint error. Now had it not been cleaned, it would have sold for a lot more than over $1,000. Now here is a 1930 wheat cent that has been double struck. Man, I love double strikes like this. This is just amazing. 1930 wheat penny that sold at auction for over $1,200 as well. So over $1,000 penny there, graded by Pcgs at an AU 53. Now here is a 1935 Buffalo nickel that was double struck, and that stripe being rotated in collar. Now it is graded by NGC at an XF45, so very nice mint error here. You can obviously see the coin design being double struck. Here on the reverse of the coin, you can really see the lettering there twice. Very noticeable type of mint error here. This coin ended up selling at auction for $2,300, over a $2,000 nickel. Now here is a 1943 S mint mark, Jefferson Nickel. Now this is supposed to be a wartime silver nickel, 35% silver. How do you know if you have a silver nickel? All you have to do is look at the building on the reverse of the coin. If it has a large P, D, or S mint mark there, then that means it's 35% silver. However, this coin is not silver and it has that big mint mark, and that's because it is the 1943 Jefferson Nickel design that was actually struck onto a steel penny planchet, a steel cent planchet. So in 1943, you guys know that they made steel pennies, and this Jefferson Nickel design was struck onto one of those steel penny planchets. And that's why this coin sold at auction for $1,800. Man, almost a $2,000 coin there as well. Here's a 1960 large date Lincoln cent that has a mirror Brockage. So here on the obverse of the coin, it looks very normal, but here on the reverse, you'll see a mirrored image of the obverse design. You do not see the Lincoln cent reverse design on this coin because of the mint error. And that's why this coin sold for over $1,000 at auction. Now here's a 1964 Jefferson Nickel. Now this is interesting, right? So this coin design, the Jefferson Nickel design, was actually struck onto a foreign coin from 1940. So you can actually see the design of the foreign coin here. You'll see the lettering of the foreign coin. but it has been extremely damaged. Those nicks in the coin, whatever you want to call it, that is damaged. That is not a part of the mint error. So you can see the design of the foreign coin along with the Jefferson Nickel design, and unfortunately it has a lot of damage done to it as well. This coin ended up selling for over $1,100 at auction. Now here is a 1966 Lincoln cent. Here on the reverse it looks very normal. Here on the obverse we have a staple that was struck into the obverse of the Lincoln cent. So graded by NGC here at a Mint State 62 red brown. This penny ended up selling at auction for over $1,100. Now here's a 1974 Kennedy half-dollar coin that has been broad struck. So you'll see that broad strike there around the rim of the coin. Very obvious type of mint error. You don't need a coin microscope to see, mint errors like these. This coin, graded by Pcgs at a Mint State 60, ended up selling for over $1,100. $1,100 coin there. Now here's a 1976 Eisenhower dollar coin. This is the silver Eisenhower dollar coin, so it's not the clad version. Obviously, you can see that the coin has been triple struck and it has a large broad strike. So very cool mint errors taking place here on this coin. This coin, graded by PCGS, ended up selling for over $7,000 at auction. Now here is a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar coin that was struck onto a 25-cent Planchet. So what that means is we have a Susan B. Anthony dollar coin that was struck onto a Washington quarter Planchet. And this coin is graded by NGC at a Mint State 61. And this coin ended up selling for over $3,600. That's right, over a $3,000 coin. All because it was struck onto the wrong Planchet. Now here is a 1996, more modern coin here, Roosevelt dime, graded by PCGS at an AU58. Now this coin has been double struck. That strike is flipped over, so you'll see the reverse design here with the obverse with the reverse. But that's not it. It was double struck onto a 1995 Roosevelt dime. So that is very interesting mint error there, and that's why this coin, graded by PCGS, sold for over $2,000. Moving right along to another Roosevelt dime from the year 2000. Looks very normal here on the obverse, but as we flip it over, you'll see that it doesn't have a reverse. It's got a mirrored Brockage, so you'll see a mirrored image of the obverse design here. And this coin ended up selling for over $1,000 as well. Now here is a, worn down Buffalo nickel that has a mint error. The coin has been double struck, so it's graded very low on the coin grading scale, a VG8. The coin grading scale goes from 1 to 70. Now we did look at another, another nicer example of this coin earlier, a similar coin, double struck Buffalo nickel. This coin here in this condition still sold for over $1,800. You'll see the lettering there, the whole design being double struck and rotated there. Very nice mint error there. Here's another, Buffalo nickel. It is a no dated Buffalo nickel here, graded by PCGS at a 3. And this coin sold for over $1,700 at auction. Why in the world would this coin in this condition sell for that price? Well, this Buffalo nickel design was actually struck onto a 1-cent Planchet. That's why it's got that copper coloration to it, because it was struck onto a penny Planchet. And this coin sold for over $1,700. $1,700. Now here is a Washington quarter, no dated Washington quarter. Looks extremely damaged, rusted up. You wouldn't think much of it, but collectors know that this is actually a rare mint error. This is a Washington quarter that was supposed to be silver. However, it was struck onto a steel Planchet, a steel 1-cent Planchet that they used for those steel pennies in 1943. Now this coin here ended up selling at auction for around $1,500. Graded by NGC. It's got a lot of damage to it, environmental damage, but it's a very nice mint error there, and that's why someone paid $1,500 for it. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.